jump season starts on the 14th of October, and we've got a virtual preview to mark the occasion. It includes some updates on some of Yorkshire's top flag bearers, but definitely read vintage clouds and waiting patiently. We've also got some horses to follow, which have been selected by Yorkshire's top jump trainers, and one of the horses I'm very much looking forward to seeing this winter is Protector Flow, a horse I've been riding out, Ben Haslam's. He's going really well, and I'm looking forward to his winter campaign. There's 16 jump fixtures between now and New Year's Day, so plenty to enjoy as we look forward to the jump season. It starts in Yorkshire on the 14th of October.
Hey everyone, this is Blue Hawaii, 5-year-old mare by Jeremy. She's a very hard-headed girl, but she's got bags of ability. So we'll find a bumper for her probably at Aintree, first time on 25th of October, if the ground is good. Otherwise we'll have to go to Musselburgh on the 4th of November. So, very promising horse. Fingers crossed. Hi everyone, this is Ladron. You don't need no introduction, the superstar. He's a champion. And then you go novice handicap chasing at Camelhaw on 15th of October. How about you? Schooled well this morning? So send them on! Go on, anybody! Hi everyone, this is Midnight Antics, 6-year-old mare, my Midnight Legend. She's run twice for us in a bumper, finished second first time out. We'll go for a bumper this year, first time. And then we'll go novice hurdling.
This is Camelhaw. He's half brother to Hawkeye, who won at the Cheltenham Festival for us. He is a 3-year-old, and he's just been schooling this morning to go hurdling, because he's owned by Trevor Hemmings. So we're hoping he could be quite a nice juvenile hurdler for everyone to follow this year. Yeah, he's by Camelhaw, who is a top staying horse himself. And this lad, we thought he might run a little bit better this year on the flat. He's had a few little bit of disappointing runs, but we really think he'll make a nice hurdler. So he's one we're really looking forward to the coming jump season. This is Sillarid. He's a horse who's second in his point-to-point in Ireland before we bought him, and he's owned by our own Reality Racing Partnerships. He's quite an exciting prospect for this season with Hope jumping. He ran some nice races last year over hurdles, and we were waiting for the better ground with him, which unfortunately we didn't get a chance to run on as racing stopped. So he's in now and he's fit and ready and raring to go. He might run at Hexham next time he runs, and he could be an interesting one to follow this year. He could be as good over hurdles, and he could also be good over fences too. So that's him there, Sillarid. Here's Hawkeye. He is one of the yards jumps favourites. He is a winner at Cheltenham back when he was a 4-year-old in the Fred Winter handicap hurdle. He's won races every year for us. He doesn't matter whether it's hurdles or fences, he loves going around, and he's a bit of a favourite here. He's owned by Trevor Hemmings, so you see him in the famous green and yellow colours, and he's just come in from his summer holidays, so he's looking really well, and hence why he's not quite had his hair done yet. But we're really looking forward to him running again this year.
Definitely red. The plans are this year is obviously go back to Weatherby, which we've done the last few seasons. We won it about 2 years ago, and then hopefully the plans are to be World Cup and Grand National again. It's a horse to train, brilliant. He can go anywhere on his own, do anything. And probably since we've had him about 5 years, he's been the most consistent horse we've ever trained, and probably one of the best I've trained. Andy Robinson is my travelling head lad. He looks after him. He basically does him every day, rides him before he goes racing, does all his main work on him, and he's really, they're like a married couple really. Barrington Milton, he done well last year. In 2 races, and then he probably would have won the last race, but he fell at the second last. The horse has done really well with the summer break. he's coming back out this year and probably going novice chasing. We've got some high hopes for this horse. I think a lot of, and you know, he obviously likes me as well. Camelhaw basically ran 3 times for last year. He won his last 2. Very tough, battle-hardened horse. He's going to go hurdling this year. He hasn't schooled yet, but I don't see it as a problem, because when we put him in the paddock, he jumps straight over the rails. He basically going to go novice hurdling. He's a horse that what he lacks in ability, has in guts, so it's no problem. He should have no problem winning races this year. It's a semi named Elvis. That's where he was born. He done really well last year. He won 2 bumpers, very impressive. A real good galloping horse. Stay well. Probably get 3 mile hurdle races this year. Big horse. I think a lot of them. I'm really looking forward to running them this year.
So this is waiting patiently, our stable stare. Ran an absolute cracker in the Tingle Creek last year, just getting beat a length. Stayed on strongly up the hill that day. He then picked up an injury which put him out for the rest of the season, but we're back in training, and whilst we don't have a particular race in mind and we're not too worried about the trip, ground will dictate really where we go.
This is Rain as well. She finished off last season with a 3rd in the Mares Novice at Cheltenham. It took us a long time to get to the bottom of her last year, and I think we've just found the key to her now. So I think soft ground, a strongly run 2 mile, and hopefully she's one that can pick up a good race and get some more black type as we're going through the season. I think she's fairly talented. Her work's always been very good. She will start off, she might have a spin on the flat just to get her sharpened up, ready to go hurdling, but otherwise she'll be aimed at a nice mare's maiden early on in the season. Her work's been really good this year again. She's very happy, and I'm looking forward to getting started with her as well. This is Who Shot the Sheriff. He's one of our exciting ones to go into this season with, and we plan to go chasing with him. So he'll start from a novice chase somewhere early October, but everything's gone to plan so far. He skills really well. He was a bit unlucky not last year not to pick up a decent race. He ended up falling late on at Cheltenham when he was going really well, and then got caught on the line in a valuable handicap at Haydock, so he was a little bit unlucky really. But this year, hopefully he gets a bit of the making of him and we can step him up in class as the season goes on.
Hi, this is Maya Grace. She won 3 times over hurdles last season, which was the first season over hurdles. And then obviously everybody knows that COVID struck, which cut the season short. And she has grown even more for a summer off. So hopefully she's got bigger and better things to come. We was talking about switching her straight over to novice chasing, but I think we've still got a fair bit of improvement over hurdles, so we're going to stay over hurdles with her this season, and hopefully pick up a few nice pots. This is Mr. Scrumpy. He also had a good season last season, which was his 2nd season over hurdles. He'd previously ran twice in 2 novice hurdles and finished 2nd and 3rd, so he got a mark. And then won first time out at Weatherby in a handicap hurdle. And he seems to be going the right way. We was going to go novice chasing with him as well, I think. But he seems to have just got better and better. So, and he's still unexposed over 3 mile. He won well at Newcastle last time over 2.5. And he seems to be doing his best work at the end. So I think we're going to have a go over 3 miles and keep him to hurdles, and then maybe novice chase him next season. See where we go from there. Winner, unbeaten over fences last season. Unfortunately had a little setback last season, but he seems to have come back better than ever. He's had a little schooling session this morning, just a light schooling over a few French hurdles. And he also ran away with Leanne, the head girl, last week. So everything's looking bright to carry on this season, and hopefully we can pick up where we left off. Yeah, so good to be back on Sam Spinner today. His first schooling session back.
Good morning. Here I am again at Craig Lanes Farm with Vintage Clouds, looking forward to another good winter season, and hopefully that the ground comes a little bit better for him. He's in great form as of at this minute in time, and we're looking forward to him in some of these good staying chases this year, hopefully culminating in the Grand National after Christmas. All the horses are going nicely, and we have two nice young horses that could be ones to follow, being Small Present and also Wolf Run. Look to be very, very nice young horses.
So I've been asked to pick two horses to follow for the season. This is the first one. It's the Ventus Civilin. He's brought in from France, and it's just taken a little while to acclimatise. He was just getting the hang of things over here before lockdown. So he's had a little break. He'll be back next month. He'll be running over fences, the northern tracks. He's only rated 100 now. We expect him to win a few races over fences. So this is the second horse to follow for the National Hunt season. He's called Giovanni Change. He was placed in a couple of novice hurdles last year, and he's rated 122. He'll go novice hurdling again this time. We think he's a fairly useful horse. He's got one problem, which is he's only got one eye, but it doesn't seem to affect him too much. And yeah, we're hoping for a really good season with him.
So yeah, last season was obviously quite good. Well, for me it was quite good, being champion jockey. But obviously the disappointment was that we didn't get to finish the season. But there was a lot of worse things going on in the world. So, but yeah. But so this season, I'd obviously like to be champion jockey again. Would be a help, and yeah, just I mean, I've got a lot of nice horses that didn't really get to the bigger festivals and stuff. Towards the end of the season, a bit like this lad here, he's Windsor Avenue, and he obviously started off well last year, but he took a fall in Haydock, and then we never seen the best of him. So hopefully this year we will see the best of him, and he'll win some big races. So yeah, I've won 6 races on this lad. He's won 2 hurdles, 2 bumpers, 2 hurdles, and 2 chases. So hopefully we can add a few more chases along the way.
Hi, I'm Isabel Willoughby, Corporate and Commercial Solicitor and Head of the Pickering Office for Crombie Wilkinson. We are, for the 2nd season running, proud sponsors of the leading jump trainer and jockey in Yorkshire award for the forthcoming jump season. We look forward to seeing the runners on course soon.
Here in the glorious autumn sunshine at Catrick, we're reflecting on it being a funny old summer, but very much looking forward to the jump season. Starts on Friday, November the 20th, and sure to get some great action on the track. Our feature race meeting is the North Yorkshire Grand National, which is early in the new year. And as you can see off the track, we have a building site behind us, but it's progressing well, a new owners and trainers building, which should be completed early in 2021, if not before.
Well, we're very much looking forward to our usual highlights of the season here at Wetherby. We've firstly got the Bet365 Charlie Hall, which is coming up on the 31st of October. Obviously, we have had a recent Yorkshire winner, Indefinitely Red, back 2 years ago. I don't quite know what the sort of strength of the Yorkshire contingent will be this year, but we're looking forward to the race nonetheless. We've obviously, due to the current situation, the prize money isn't going to be £100,000 this year, but we're proud to say that we're going to keep it at £70,000, which we feel, with the support of Bet365, is a really good sort of pot to go for. So, all being well, we'll see some of the usual contenders for that race. Then we flow through to Christmas, where we've got the Roland Merrick Handicap Chase, which is the traditional Grade 3 Grand National trial, some would say. which has often proved to be a real pointer for the National. So we look forward to that over the festive period. And then early in 2021, we'll have the William Hill Towton, which again is sometimes you get a good novice going for the RSA Chase at Cheltenham. So fingers crossed, those three that spring to mind, that they will provide some decent horses and maybe a good winner that we'll see at Cheltenham later in the year.